Yours, mine, they're adults now, and we have each other. You are my family. I will protect you. Gregory is 6.5 feet tall, handsome, craggy features. He's been in the country 20 years and he has the will to accomplish anything. And he's the manliest man to have ever fallen in love with me. The first time I visit his home in the Silicon Valley, he takes me and my German Shepherd Beau to the Home Depot and he buys fencing material to build a dog run in his backyard. Oh my gosh. He's actively showing me his love and care. I mean, arrow through the heart. I am love struck. When we eat out in restaurants, please order for me, choose for me. I cannot choose. Really? Yes, I do not want to make the wrong choice and regret it. You choose for me. I will be happy. Okay, Gregory, I can do that for you, sweetheart. When I was born, my father was very sick and, well, my mother had to choose whether to care for me or to go with my father to Sao Paulo for treatment. So she gave me to the housekeeper and went with my father. I knew the housekeeper as my mama and I loved her very much. When I was 3 years old, my parents came back and I was given back to them with no explanation. I wanted my mama. At night, I would crawl through my bedroom window and I would run through the jungle, crying out for my mama, mama. She was not there. Oh my gosh, I can feel the pain in his story. And Gregory, I too was given up for adoption at birth. I feel like I am going to love the hurt out of the both of us. Yeah, my first 3 children were born to 3 different women. I tell them I am not interested in getting married. Perhaps they thought they could trap me, but I am a man of my word, so I do not marry them. My first wife, a beautiful Brazilian girl, pure, mother of my son Gregory Jr. Yes, well, when I go to the United States, I divorce her, but then I miss her. So I go back to Brazil and I convince her to marry me for a second time. Yes, and we go, the 3 of us, to the United States and we build a very successful commercial cleaning business. We make lots of money and, I fall in love with the client's wife, a crazy redhead, and we are very destructive together. I blow up my marriage and it is not a good thing. You see, I have been a bad husband and a bad father and a bad son, but I want to do better. Gosh, I know what it is to want to do better. Maybe he's past that point in his life. Maybe I can trust that he'll love me. My youngest daughter has moved out, and I just didn't know that the empty nest was going to be so empty. Gregory represents a new life to me, and so I agree to leave my home in Huntington Beach, Southern California, and move in with him in the Silicon Valley in Northern California. And my parents had warned me, never shack up with a man. And for the first 51 years, I followed their advice. Yeah, so when I moved my last stick of furniture into Gregory's house, his energy shifted. Yeah. You know what I like about you? You have such low self-esteem that you appreciate anything I do for you. Gregory, what are you talking about? That doesn't feel true at all. That is what I think. That's what you think? I don't know that you even know me. I start to feel like he's trying to groom me to accept his version of reality, which totally doesn't land with me. Bren, I must have sex every day. You must never deny me. Gregory, I have sex with you because I want to have sex with you, not because you demand it. And by the way, I can tell the difference when you're making love with me and when you're just running on porn fuel. There is room for everything, every day. It is all on the menu. Gregory, it's all on your menu. It's not on mine. Ugh. Gregory, make no mistake. During the love bombing phase, we lose literal days in bed. I mean, we even break a bed. Whoop, whoop. He's my sexual equal, and that's rare. And yes, I appreciate it. But I don't have any desire to experience the carnal behavior of Carnival. I guess I'm not quite Brazilian enough. And yes, I have a voracious sexual appetite. And yes, our fabulous lovemaking does satisfy my skin hunger to feel loved. For me, it's personal. Hey, I hope you find someone good on there. What? I am fascinated with this dating app. It's fascinating. Look. Gregory, a picture of the two of us on a dating app? Creepy. No. It's a fascinating dating app. It is, yes, fascinating. Ew. On your profile photo on this dating app, a picture of the two of us, it just looks like we're looking for a third. I'm not looking for a third. Are you? No, not necessarily. Ew. Everything in me screams, do not go to Brazil with this man. The stakes are high. Gregory's trying to convince me to marry him on the sand at his family's beach villa on Tariabanga. We're supposed to go to Brazil and meet his wealthy family, and everything in me says, do not go. He's on a dating app. I wait till he's at a doctor's appointment, and I get the hell out of Dodge. I purposely take the long drive home along the coast, and I get out, and the Pacific Ocean is on my right, and the ocean is glimmering, and I just feel how right it is to be heading back to Southern California. I decide to move to a canyon called Lytle Creek, and I have a purchase option on this adorable property, fully fenced with a creek that runs all year long on the back. And I think I will never see Gregory again. Lesson learned. And Gregory comes back from Brazil after a month and proclaims his love for me. And in a demonstration of love and dedication, he moves all of my things back to Southern California and asks that we go to counseling so that he can be the partner that I need and that we can spend the rest of our lives together. And we meet with my ninja therapist, Jack Felton. I love her, but when we are not together, we are not together. Jack, I love him. He drives me crazy. Well, what you need to remember, Brenna, is that you were given away at adoption. You were given away at birth, and this is a psychic wound that you carry. And you and Gregory, your abandonment issues, you were trauma bonded. You see, my darling, we are bonded. Jack further shares with me. You know, back in the day, I loved heroin. Doesn't mean it was good for me. A light goes on over my head. I realize I love Gregory. I get it. Tons of red flags, but maybe our love for one another can somehow pull us through. 2 weeks later, Gregory pulls up to my home in the canyon. My darling, I have a surprise for you. Now cover your eyes. I want it to be a surprise. Come with me, come with me. All right, my eyes are closed. He leads me outside just beyond the electronic gate. Look, my darling, for you! There in the back of a moving truck are 3 alpacas. Public service announcement. Normal men do not give normal women livestock. I'm gonna strongly suggest that you stick with the roses or the jewelry. Are they for me? Oh my gosh! And these 3 alpacas that have traveled 6 hours from the Bay Area to the San Bernardino Mountains stare out. Oh my gosh. Oh, they're so cute. And Gregory, in his typical overbearingness, proceeds to unload the befuddled beast from the back of the moving truck. I can't wait to get my hands on them, just to soothe them and let them know that they're loved and that they're home. Hey, God. Oh, hi. Oh, hello. Hi. Hello. I think that my neighbors are going to love my alpacas as much as I do. Oh, Frank, look, my alpacas. This is Rousseau, Voltaire, and Baptiste. Aren't they adorable? Oh, well, hell no, they're not adorable. Them beasts look like lamb chops to the mountain lions that are scoping out your property. What are you talking about, Frank? Why the hell do you think we bring our animals in at night? It's so that the mountain lions don't eat them. The 3 of them will protect each other. That's what they do in the wild. There's gonna be alpaca parts all over your yard. I don't know what the hell you were thinking. Whoa, Frank, whoa, you're like really bringing me down. What's going to bring you down is when there's carnage in your front yard. And if the mountain lions don't get them, they're going to poison our groundwater. Why the hell do you think we don't have livestock along the creek? Whoa, Frank, you have given me so much to think about. Thanks. I'm the kind of person that I don't doubt people when they tell me things. I don't get suspicious until there's a reason to be suspicious. I have the alpacas leash trained within 3 weeks. And right outside our slider is a 5-foot drop, unfinished deck. So what I do is I take alfalfa pellets and I spill them all along the threshold. And along comes Voltaire, Rousseau, and Baptiste nibbling on the alfalfa pellets. And then my dogs come from inside the house and all of my animals are having an animal buffet. And they're becoming a family. And I gotta tell you, that's what makes my heart happy. I fall asleep at night to the sound of the alpacas nibbling on the side of the house. It's not because they're hungry. They're just curious and, it's all very Hansel and Gretel. I go to sleep praying, please, God, please don't let the mountain lions come and eat my alpacas. So the Christmas holidays are fast approaching and I am determined to enjoy the holidays with my family. I'm not seeing a lot of Gregory. He's occupied with his tiny home manufacturing plant in the desert and all that attention that we were going to give our alpacas doesn't happen, but me and the animals are close. And on Christmas Eve, we stage a Christmas parade and I put on scarves on the alpacas and Christmas hats and we lead them out beyond the electronic gate and Gregory gets home just in time. And we take them through the neighborhood, and all the neighbors come out from far and wide and take pictures with the alpacas. Even Frank takes pictures with the lamb chops. And yeah, so that's our Christmas Eve. And, you know, it's a special Christmas. And Christmas morning, I have a small mountain of gifts for Gregory, and I need to like coach him. Sweetheart, I have these gifts for you, and I'm asking that you receive them with an open heart. Christmas is just another day. I am not comfortable with this. Sweetie, I got the gifts because I love you. Please, just accept them. There are no gifts for me. Gregory opens the first gift, and it's an 11 by 14 portrait, a photograph of a picture I took of him in his warehouse astride his dirt bike. He looks at the picture admiringly. Hi, I am quite a man. Quite a man. Yes, Gregory, you're quite a man. I don't want to give up on us. I know what it is to feel like you're not loved and like you don't belong, and we're both abandoned children, but his disregard for me makes it really hard to continue to believe that we have a future. When he crawls in bed at night, it's a late January night, and he knows better than to reach for me. I was listening to an interview on NPR. The creator of The Sopranos was talking about Tony Soprano. Yes. Yes, Tony Soprano. And, you know, Tony was created with the idea that he was like a shark, always moving in the water, always searching for the fresh blood. Right, Gregory. I realize I am Tony Soprano. I am always searching. I am always moving. I am dead inside. I fall asleep holding myself. In the morning, Gregory is gone. There aren't any big scenes or any big fights. He simply tapes his house key on the French door. All of his belongings are gone, and I step outside in the mountain morning air. It's chilly. My dogs are frolicking all around me. The alpacas are nibbling on my neck, and I realize we've all moved on to our next adventure. Alpaca My Bags.
Hey.
Thanks, everybody.
Hey. Yay. Thank you all very much for coming to the marsh tonight, for joining us, and thank you to the performers.
Been here before, got a rope against my neck. I've been here before, guess I'd never let